Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I guess this really is the forecast because it says sunny and it ain't. It is raining. But our new fence is going to get its first weathering. Its first weathering event. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Oh, my first sip with you. It's a little hot. Oh, so it's going to rain all day apparently, but tomorrow, and that's the forecast, is supposed to be partly cloudy and 60 degrees. Yeah, so we shall see. Ooh, excuse me. Anyway, so not much news around here. I knit a little bit last night, about an hour and a half. Ora and I watched a couple more episodes of All Creatures Great and Small. Dennis had his D&D last night, his in-person D&D, so he wasn't here. He plays Dungeons and Dragons, and I've told you this before, with friends of his. The guy who runs this game, the Dungeon Master, Dennis has been playing Dungeons and Dragons with him for 50 years. How old is Dungeons and Dragons? That's how long. 50 years. More. And the other guy he plays with, you know, he's played with, well, he worked with him for 30 years, 35 years, and he's played with him for that long. So these are long-standing engagements for him and his friends from his college days, or his days in state college. For those of you not in the know, State College is the name of a town in central Pennsylvania where Penn State University is. And that is where I grew up, and that's where my parents lived. So he played his D&D, and we had a quiet day. Evening, Ora and I. But I did do some knitting. I have been puttering on my flowers, but they're not done yet. I don't know how these are going to turn out. I'm pretty happy with the other ones. I'll show you. They're right here. They have only a little bit of ink, and this background is so wild that it looks like it should be a flower, or I should have done a different color flower. And yeah, that's that sprinkled dye that I have. So my order has shipped, my art supply order, so I'll get my new brushes and my watercolor crayons and some new pens. Since my dog ate one of my pens and one of my brushes. I was very lucky she didn't get ink all over the carpeting because, of course, it was permanent ink. But so far, I have learned my lesson, and I'm not leaving pens and paintbrushes on top of my table anymore. They're in their holders now, so I am trainable a little bit. But anyway, though, I'm interested in those crayons and see how they work, and, you know, ideas of what I might want to do with them. Ooh. So I've seen people use them. I mean, they look like pastel sticks, and people have just drawn on the paper and then gone over it with water or drawn on a wet paper with them. And I have seen people just take a brush on the end of it and just wet it and, you know, use it with a paintbrush like regular watercolor. So it'll be interesting to see. I got 10 colors, so should be able to give it a good try. That's my plan. I'm going to have to move all my stuff. The cleaning crew comes on Monday. I couldn't get them closer to Christy's visit, but Christy's coming on Friday. Today's Saturday, so it's, you know, this week. Not really. I guess this week doesn't really start till tomorrow. So I have to straighten this stuff up and get it organized. Yeah. Get it off the table at least, so, you know. I do like it after the house is clean, and it looks clean. It looks all sorted and organized. I'm kind of in the dark in here. It is dark. I have put an extra light up over here, you know, mood lights and stuff, and I have my Christmas lights up. I'm going to have to, when I was thinking, oh, I was going to take my Christmas decorations down before the cleaners come on in March, but I'm not going to do that because they're coming Monday. Christy can see my decorations. Take them down when she's gone. You're not tired of my Christmas decorations, are you? But the lights on the mantle are new, fresh lights this year. And I've noticed some of the lights on the window, lots of the lights on the window are burnt out. But those lights on the window are 2 years old, maybe. And I keep them up all year, and I keep them on all the time. I have those big bulby outdoor lights around my door here, and I have several of those are out. But I don't have any more of those, and I find it hard to believe that I'll be able to find any at this time of year, so it's going to stay. But when I take the decorations down, I'm going to take these lights and put them on the window. Freshen up that set of lights. I do like to have those lights up all year. I love to walk in the room when it's dark and have those lights cheer me up in the morning or in the evening when I'm going to bed. And yeah. So that's that. So I'm going to start puttering today. I have stuff to do to get ready for the cleaners, and maybe I'll work on those flowers again. Finish them up and see what I think. And yeah. That's it. I don't have anything else. No grand thoughts. I slept really well, so that was good. Yeah, that was good. Dennis slept pretty good too, so that's going to be nice. And yeah, so I don't plan to go out today other than walk the dogs, and you know, it depends on how rainy it is, how much walk they get. And just putter. I do expect to do a little more knitting. You know, I'm trying not to do too much. I did about an hour and a half. Two episodes. I don't know how long they are. Close to 2 hours. But I didn't feel like, you know, I was ready. I did feel like I was ready to stop after that. I had my pain pill on my arm, my pain patch on my arm. But it has occurred to me that if I wear those regularly, all my sweaters are going to smell like Vicks Vapor Rub. I don't know how I feel about that. So I do have to be chary about when I'm using them, you know. But they do seem to work, so that's good. Yeah. And it's interesting because the pain that I have now feels like muscle ache a little more than the tendonitis from before. Could it just be that I just didn't use that arm? I mean, I wasn't knitting hardly at all, so now I'm knitting more and now I'm feeling achy. So could just be underused muscles getting a little more of a workout. It's hard to know. But it doesn't feel the same as the tendonitis. The tendonitis used to hurt like when I would take my, you know, crackers out of the oven or something. You know, it felt different to me. So this could be just out of shape arm. It's possible. Or a combination. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that anymore. So I'm going to go. I'm so glad to talk to you. I will talk to you tomorrow. Please take care of yourselves. Please, 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 please stay safe and stay sane.